Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. In this one, we'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And here's a look at some numbers for Harris.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, "I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me." Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. Well, these are not the lineups that either team, Clark, thought they would have for this one. Big injuries to contend with on both sides.
And that happens sometimes during the course of a season, Kevin. It's actually a good test of your depth and your will, and it gives other guys an opportunity to step into the breach and show what they've got. Always interesting to see which guys will take advantage of a newfound opportunity.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity, you're right. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. Scott is out there with Horford, and it's Simmons in at point. And looking at the Nets, Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Joe Harris. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Prince in at the 4. Harris's shot is good.
Well, there's not much you can do about that, fellas. I mean, Harris is so good at remaining focused, concentrating on the basket, and sticking it to the defense.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris buries the 20-footer. Harris has got 5 now.
You know, the mindset Harris has is one that allows him to be ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hands. Catch and fire.
Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. About a minute played so far here in the first.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
Here's Richardson, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
And there's the pass to Irving. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Now, here's Horford. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And he gets it to go.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Irving for 3.
Yeah, with great recognition, awareness, and body control. Simmons can get up for blocks.
On the wing, Irving. Shoots the 3, sinks the triple. Irving's got 6.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
Pass to Simmons. The feed to Horford, and he gets the bucket.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 9 points in the game so far. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. trailing by 2. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Free throw drops for Al Horford.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And Al Horford drops them both. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Here's Richardson following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Knocked away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, and it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Irving against Simmons. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Allen. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Scott. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And Simmons kicks to Horford. And it's sent back by Allen. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Nets passing it around. Over to the left wing. Back to Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Brooklyn leading by 6. Allen up top, guarded by Horford. Allen dishes to Irving, right at the free throw line. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Wasted no time on that one. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. Ben Simmons third.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
Here's Irving. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Just 2 to shoot, and that one drops for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Now Simmons turned in an outstanding game against New York, and the basket is good. And it's 7 points for Tobias Harris.
Much respect to Tobias Harris. I mean, his touch has gotten better and better, and it seems to be the case every season.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn, going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. Tremendous versatility for Karis LeVert, offensively, Clark, and defensively. He can play multiple positions.
Boy, I like that about him too, Kevin. 6'7", he's a gifted scorer, can make plays when the ball is in his hands. The Nets have a number of ball handlers, and that's what Coach Kenny Atkinson believes in. Let's get a lot of guys that can make plays and do it for each other and together, and we've got something good.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Free throw good, Wilson Chandler. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Dinwiddie kicks to Chandler. Lobs it up for Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Richardson, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down